And we are live. Apparently the stream status is bad, but I don't believe that because my internet is a very, very fast internet, one of the fastest internets you could actually get. And I just need people to let me know if you can actually hear and see me clearly or not, just so I can make sure it's working correctly. In one moment I'm going to come back because I need my phone, because I didn't get enough time to actually announce on Facebook and Instagram that this is live, so I'm going to get the phone and announce that through there. One moment. And we are back. Yeah, you can see me in that. Okay, I just need to sort out this chat window as well. For some reason, chat is not allowing me to organize it properly. Edit, transform. Yeah, one moment. Sorry about this. Position. Size 300. Ah, there we go. Ah, there we go. I just had to sort out the chat because it was not aligned correctly. So how is everyone doing today? Just sorting out a few other things quickly. Yeah, that will do. Yeah, and obviously if anyone has any questions, you can ask me them at any point that you desire. Elite Magic Maker is asking me a question, which I will answer in a short while. And man, if you didn't know, which I'm sure pretty much none of you know, I do yoga every single morning around 4 a.m. for an hour. So that's what I've been doing prior to this. And man, people think yoga is just not that hard at all. Man, when you're doing poses for 2 to 5 minutes at a time, it is so intense. It's engaging your muscles like crazy. Very challenging for the mind, but very good for the mind and the body, to say the least. So let me just go on here. Yeah, I recommend, if you never tried yoga before, try it out. I'm telling you, it's transformed my life and my whole human experience, mentally, physically and spiritually. My girlfriend's been trying to get me to do it for quite a while. She's into yoga. I wanted to do it for such a long time but never got around to doing it. I've been doing it consistently for a while now, and it's a game changer. I knew it would be. It's just one of those things that sometimes, you know, something's good for you, but it's hard to form a habit with it. And it's a lot more than what people realise, yoga that is. A lot of people just see it as a stretching routine, but it's so much more than you could ever imagine. Just quickly announcing on Instagram for people to join. Do you do yoga? Any of you done yoga? If so, what type of yoga have you done? What benefits did you notice? And it's so calm at this time in the morning. It's now 6 a.m. Everyone is pretty much asleep except for me and my girlfriend. She's still doing yoga. I finished before her because I started before her. Yeah, man, life is good, especially since I've been on this animal-based diet. Oh man, that vegan diet was making me feel awful. I was so malnourished and deteriorating at such a rapid rate. It's like, man, I don't promote that veganism to anyone. And guess what? Most of my vegan family members have stopped being vegan as well now. And it only take a bit more time until the rest switch, because none of them are thriving as well. And they haven't done all the same things as me, because most vegans say if you fail, you didn't do it right. Well, guess what? We're all doing it in different ways, and it hasn't worked for any of us. It's like, people really don't know what they're talking about. These vegans always want to blame it on something that the person's done. And it's like, well, actually, no, it's just that the vegan diet is crap. It is a malnourishing diet that doesn't meet all of your nutritional needs. It's lacking so many essential fatty acids and amino acids, and it's lacking cholesterol, collagen, elastin, and many other nutrients as well. So many vegans say, for example, oh, well, you can hit all your different mineral needs. Well, guess what? Phytates that are in grains, seeds, nuts, beans, and legumes bind to those minerals, and then you cannot assimilate them and utilize them. And I can hear my girlfriend has all of a sudden started playing my live stream. I think my mic might be picking it up, so one moment, I'm just going to inform her of that. Too loud, you need to turn it down. That's funny, she always likes to watch my live streams, which is really cool. But yeah, this mic is like the mic that will pick up everything. Yes, like, you can do a vegan diet for a while, but to be honest, long term, almost everyone deteriorates rapidly. Some people say they're healthy, but it's just their relative experience. So you might think you're feeling good, like I did on a vegan diet most of the time, but once I switched to animal-based foods like grass-fed, pasture-raised meat and raw cheese and stuff like that, oh my God. Yeah. If I'd known I'd feel this amazing from eating animal foods, I would have never switched to that vegan diet. But guess what? I've got a program with all of that pseudoscience that vegan teachers out there promote. They brainwashed me into believing the vegan diet's the best, and guess what? It was to my own demise in the end. Not good. It's okay for a short thing to do, but long term, I would not recommend it to anyone in any way, shape, or form. It's good for maybe a bit of detoxification or something like that, but apart from that, it's just not worth doing at all, to be honest. You need the most nutrient dense foods that are whole foods as often as possible, not exclusive to only plant foods at all. Because guess what? We are designed for animal based foods. We eat them. Well, when we used to live in a natural environment, we used to eat them. Tribal people that still exist eat them. They eat plants as well. They eat honey. They eat a variety of different foods. They're not putting themselves in this dogmatic, cultish box where they're like, the vegan diet is the best diet for everyone and everyone should be eating this, and it's bad for the environment, it's bad for your health, and it's bad for the animals and so forth. And it's just like, oh my God, once you get out of that brainwashing and programming with that type of thing with the vegan diet, you start to realise so much of it is just absolute garbage what they've been saying. They're selling you a load of lies. Yeah, and that's why I keep exposing the vegan diet as much as I possibly can, because so many people are suffering, so many people hold on to that diet longer than it's healthy for them to do so. And it's not good, man. People are suffering, they're deteriorating. Look at Raw Bliss. Look at that person, Robert Lockhart, that Magic Maker Lucky just asked about, that passed away. He was eating a fruitarian diet for around 40 years. And for so long, like years and years and years, he just looked like almost an in real life Jack Skellington. Yes, he was an older dude, but to be honest, I know older people that are eating a paleo diet, ketogenic diet, carnivore diet, and they don't look like they're about to waste away at all. He broke his body down for so long that his body ended up just making all of the organs fail. And a lot of people want to blame dry fasting for it, but if you're not giving your body the nutrients that it needs to rebuild after a dry fast, then yes, it's going to have a negative effect on you, but it's not the dry fast fault, it's the diet's fault. So blame the diet, the malnourishing fruitarian diet that is one of the most restrictive malnourishing vegan diets out of all of them. If you want to detox your hormones away, your organs, your health, your mind, all the nutrients, do a fruitarian diet. It is the best detoxification diet to eliminate everything that you need to function optimally and feel your best. Yeah, that diet, man. That's where I had the most brainwashing, when I was on that fruitarian diet. It just wasn't good at all. So yeah, I've now shared that on the platforms that I need to. I just got to do one more thing. There you go. So that's done there. So it seems like there's quite a few people here. And let's see what people actually have to say today. Just got to get that pop up. Okay, here we go. So what are people saying in the chat? Some people from Europe, so yeah, it's very late for them. And yeah, you can definitely rewatch it later. Someone, hoped that you'll be able to rewatch it later. So yeah, you will be able to. So you don't necessarily have to stay the whole time. You can watch it later on. Answer Elite Magic Maker's question. Fruitarian diet. If he'd been eating animal-based foods that were high quality, like grass-fed meat and fish and so on, he would have lasted so much longer and had a better way of life, because it didn't look like he was thriving at all at any point, to be honest, on that fruitarian diet. Atlas Queen Dan, you were awfully outraged in your most recent video. Is the vegan propaganda angering you? A lot of people think that I'm angry, but if you speak to my girlfriend or anyone that's around me, and I can tell you from my own personal experience, I don't need to tell you other people's experience of what they're seeing within me. Not once when I made any of the videos since not being vegan am I feeling angry. Like, not once. Why would I want to feel angry? There's no point. I feel passionate. I feel alive. I feel charged with energy. A lot of people can see that passion and that enthusiasm where I'm like this, like, yes. That's not anger. It's not anger at all. I don't feel any anger, frustration, or any negative emotions to any of these people that hate on me. And for me, realising that I've been brainwashed for so long. Just like, I take full responsibility. I don't blame anyone else. It's not their fault. It's my own fault. Why am I going to hold on to anger and bring up emotions in me that just don't make me feel good? It's just a waste of my energy. Like, why would I do that? So many people that just get angry about this thing and that thing and that thing, and I complain about this and that and that. And guess what? It just has a negative effect on your human experience. And yeah, I may get a lot of people that are angry towards me, but guess what? I'm not going to go down to their level. They want me to lower my vibration and be where they're at. And guess what? Those people are in pain. They're suffering. They're not happy. They're trying to bring me down to where they're at. And guess what? I will never let that happen. I don't care about it. But yeah, a lot of people seem to think that I'm angry, but no, I'm not. I am the most calm that I've been on any diet since being on this meat-based diet. On the vegan diet, I was an emotional wreck, emotionally unstable. It was just really hard work for me. Yeah, a lot of people say meat makes you angry. Opposite effect for me. It makes you feel grounded. When I say grounded, it just makes me feel like just really centered within my body, rather than being out in the sky or airy fairy. Very connected to my body, very in tune with my body. It's very solid, rock solid, feeling safe and secure. I like the vegan diet didn't make me feel safe and secure at all. It's just not good in any way, shape or form. I've been speaking to Sean Baker from the Carnivore diet, and he said that he would be up for me doing an interview. Would you like to see me do an interview with Sean Baker, where I'd obviously interview him? If you don't know about him, you can go and check him out. Sean Baker MD, one of the biggest carnivore advocates out there. Really amazing guy, helping a lot of people wake up to the reality that the vegan diet's not good. Planet Sleaze did a super chat. Thank you for that. I appreciate that very much. And then we've got Soap on Slope. Glad you saw the truth. Puts towards the shirt. Thanks, man. Yeah, same. And I just want to do my best through this YouTube channel to wake up so many other people through the content that I create, where I'm exposing the vegan diet and the propaganda and the pseudoscience and everything else that they preach like crazy. Because it's like so many people jump on that vegan bandwagon. They think it's the best. They're like, oh my god, it makes me feel so amazing. But guess what? It normally does make you feel amazing at first, especially if you come from a standard American diet. But guess what? It's not necessarily due to the vegan diet make you feel good. It's due to all the other crap that you remove from your diet. And that's why the vegan diet doesn't work long term. Because when you've avoided those things for so long, you just stick to plant foods. Over a period of time, you start to become more and more deficient because you're not getting all the nutrients that you need. And that's why it doesn't work long term. You could eat mostly plant foods and then add in eggs and meat and other animal-based foods. And a lot of people could do well on that if you haven't got gut issues, if you don't have issues with plant toxins and anti-nutrients. And with the anti-nutrient things, what I say is I don't think anyone should be consuming things like grains, to be honest. It's not a health food. That's meant for birds and other animals that are granivores, to be honest. It doesn't make any sense for us to eat them. And to be honest, try and eat grains on their own. Tastes like garbage. Eat a steak on its own like I do. Tastes amazing. And it's easy to digest. Don't have all the plant toxins in the anti-nutrients. And yeah, these vegans that think everyone should be eating a diet. Well, show me a civilization that for a very long period of time has been eating just 100% plant-based diet. There's none in the world. People say, well, the blue zones. Well, they still eat animal foods. Come on. This whole vegan movement is becoming such a popular thing. For a lot of people, it's a fad thing, especially the plant-based diet as well. And there's companies out there that want to push it like crazy. Guess what? Because they've noticed there is a huge market to sell plant-based foods, like these fake burgers such as Beyond Meat and Impossible Burgers. And we had the rain joining us now, so I'm sorry about any rain noise that is going on at this current moment. Yeah. And people think these fake meat alternatives are so good. Oh my god, the ingredients like canola oil and like pea protein and all of this other toxic garbage. I made a video talking about the Impossible Burger, which is a plant-based burger. Guess what? It's full of GMOs. It has 10 times more glyphosates than the Beyond Burger. And glyphosates are awful for you. They strip nutrients from the plant, from your body. They spread heavy metals. They mess up your gut microbiome, neurotransmitter production, hormone production. They are so bad. And guess who produces the glyphosates? It comes from Monsanto and their pesticide product known as Roundup, which I think everyone should be boycotting Monsanto. They're just not good at all. Yeah. Not good. Not good. Where is that? I've just got to check something on this watch page that I have that none of you can see. There we go. Yeah, man, just give me the real deal. I want real meat, high quality, antibiotic free, hormone meat that's pasture raised, but the animals are treated the best possible. It's like, that is designed for us, not this slop, garbage, fake vegan meat stuff. This is some new thing that is being made in a factory that's highly processed and refined. It's not good for you. And to be honest, I tried them before. People say they taste like real meat. No, they don't at all. I thought it did at the time because I hadn't had meat for so long. But now I've gone back to meat and making my own homemade beef burgers. Oh my god. That vegan garbage tastes like crap. And I've actually thought about doing some videos where I'd eat like a grass-fed beef burger alongside an Impossible Burger and things like a Beyond Burger. Would you like to see me do that? And do that with other vegan replica junk food alternatives for meat and so forth, where I compare it to the real thing? I've seen someone else do that on YouTube. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. I think it'd be quite entertaining for people to watch and listen to. And I was a vegan for around 6 years, so I'm someone that has some real good experience of what so-called good vegan food is not, and I have really good experience with the highest quality food on this carnivore based diet, and I'm telling you that it will be better with the carnivore based foods every time and time again, without fail. Let's see what the chat is saying. Is Raw Bliss here? Has he joined us today? Oh man, I wish Raw Bliss would join. He joined our live stream the other day. That was very interesting. Let's see. I'll do my best to get to everyone's questions. If I don't get to it, you can do a super chat and I will prioritise your question to be answered by me. It's amazing how well my brain works. As I'm talking, I don't know the next thing I'm saying, and it's just like I know what to say. I'm not slipping up. I'm really switched on. Like, my brain is the most optimal functioning that it's pretty much ever been in its life. The only thing I could compare it to is when I was a young child, which most of us function very, very well when we're young, because our body's not so toxic and our hormone production is more optimal and a variety of other different things. It's like I feel so youthful again. Within my mind and body, my skin has become so smooth. I just feel so emotionally balanced. I just feel so alive, so vibrant. I actually sort of make the video where I talk about my 30-day experience with going to like a carnivore based diet. And I will be making a video soon talking about why I haven't been eating a 100% carnivore based diet, so stay tuned for that video. And also I'll be talking about my physique and why I haven't been gaining weight as well. There's a very good reason for it. A lot of people say it's diet, but they don't realise one big thing as to why. Some of you can guess and maybe work that out. Atlas Queen yoga can be extremely difficult, especially males. I respect it. It can be difficult for anyone if they're doing it correctly. As my girlfriend would say, most people think they're doing yoga in the correct way, but most of them don't have a clue about what they're doing with yoga. I see so many yoga teachers that are skinny fat. They're not engaging and using their muscles correctly. They teach so many people things, but they really don't know about yoga. And yoga is more than just about movement. Yoga is a philosophy. It's a way of life as well. But a lot of people out there just want to market yoga so they can make a lot of money from people by creating certain teacher training courses where you become a certified yoga teacher in about like 2 to 4 weeks. Oh, and then these people get thrown out into the world and think they can teach yoga. It's like, and then a lot of people get damaged and injured in the process, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. Just with like the dietary movement, there's so many like people out there just want to make money that don't really know what they're talking about and harm people in the process. Like Dr. Robert Morse. Oh my god, I could go on about this person all the time. Guess what? All of his credentials are fake. So he's not a real doctor, he's not a biologist. He used to be part of a cult and just be a complete spiritual preaching teacher person out there. He seems to be a Mason as well. Ah man, he cannot be trusted. He doesn't follow his own advice. And I've seen people that are trained by him, and guess what? They look like crap as well, just like him. It's like, why would you go to someone like that? They're not thriving at all. They can't even stick to their own things they're doing. Why would other people do it? And the only people that I see that stick to his stuff, guess what? I just see them go down so rapidly, more than on any other diet and from any other teacher that people learn from. It's just like, come on, man. He's an absolute clown. Just like that durian rider. Oh my god. This Willy Wonka Plonker that just lies through his teeth and seems to be like a narcissistic psychopath. That just finds very young girls to get with that look just like they got out of school. And man, one of the biggest lies in the vegan movement, or even in the whole dietary movement in the world, it's like, he just says like, carb, if you got an issue, carb the fruit up, cycle more, drink more, sleep more. All those things will resolve your issues. And it's like carbs, 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 and get carbs any way you can through white sugar added to water. He does that a lot of time. When he's cycling, he just adds white sugar to water and drinks it. And people listen to him for health advice. And guess what? When I've been to his Royalty 4 festival years ago, it's only young people that are there. You don't see any other people that are older listening to him, except for a few that are really not switched on at all. And yeah, someone saying about Durian Rider, he's a terrible influence on people. Yeah, one of the worst. He's so dangerous. His advice has messed up so many people's health to the extreme, just like Dr. Robert Morse. I think he's even worse than Dr. Robert Morse, to be honest with you. It's like that person should be shut down. Like, oh yeah. And you can see with Durian Rider, he's all over the show. He's always getting angry at people. He's so emotionally unbalanced. He gets emotionally overwhelmed. He's all scattered. He's all over the show. He seems to just be obsessed with physique and young girls and cycling. Seems like he's very materialistic. There's nothing wrong being materialistic, but he seems to be obsessed with buying bike after bike after bike. The amount of bikes he owns, it's like, come on, man, I think you've got an issue with that. Yeah, white sugar in water. Like, literally, he recommends that. And he says get sugar in any way, shape or form. Eat candy. Eat chocolate bars that are vegan. Eat protein bars that are vegan with sugar in. Just anything. As long as you've got your carbs, that's going to resolve everything for you. It's going to make you feel the best. And guess what? I listened to his advice years ago before he started promoting all this like white refined sugar stuff, where he'd say eat like 30 bananas a day. I used to eat up to 50 bananas a day. Felt good at first because I was getting so much sugar, but it's so-called naturally occurring good sugar for you. But it comes from hybridized bananas that are not bananas that you find in nature, because guess what? The bananas in nature are full of seeds. They have a very high starch content. They're very low in glucose, sucrose and other naturally occurring sugars. And guess what? worked for me for a while, but then I went downhill because guess what? Eating that many bananas ain't going to meet all your nutritional needs. And I started to deplete all of my essential fatty acids, all of my amino acids, because I was on such a low fat, low protein diet. Yeah. But yeah, I listened to that clown for a while and I soon realised after a short while, man, this person really doesn't know what they're talking about. It wasn't working for me. But again, just like other vegans, what he said was doing it wrong. You didn't eat enough. You didn't exercise enough. Oh my God, I was cycling so much and eating so much food. And guess what? I'd eat up to 5,000 calories of food in a day, not doing that much movement at one point. And I'd be hungry pretty much all of the time. And he said it'd be because I'm not eating enough, so I'd eat more and more and more of the same foods. And it was just like, oh, not good. Just notifying Rachel it's a bit loud still. Hopefully she sees that comment. Yeah, there's a lot of people that joined. Lil Bub, who's Lil Bub? I don't know who that is. Taiwan checking in, nice to see you here. Yeah, I'm enjoying my natural human diet, a diet that we're designed for. Not putting myself in that box. Just eating these plant toxins and anti-nutrients from plant foods that were messing me up like crazy. I kept thinking it was other things. Maybe it's the weather, maybe it's what's going on astrology wise. Maybe I'm not doing enough inner work. Maybe I'm not sleeping enough. Maybe I'm not resting enough. Maybe I'm doing too much of this or not enough of this. And I kept trying to do other things in life apart from changing my diet. And guess what? It was just putting a band-aid on it. Sometimes it would work, but it wouldn't work for that long. Then I'd try something else that would work for a short while and then it wouldn't. And inevitably it led me to the point where I was like, you know what? It seems like it's the vegan diet that's not working for me. But it took me years and years and years to work that out. And I'm not someone that's normally easy to convince. I've never been part of some cult following before. I can't believe I fell for that. So many people in the same boat as well. Elite Magic Maker, lucky. Did you see my reveal of my face person? I'm not vegan, eat plants and meats and carbs. Yeah, you eat a variety of whole foods, which is really good. If you fail on a vegan diet, the vegans will blame it on the type of toilet paper you use. That's hilarious. Oh my God. Rachel put the volume up listening to my live stream because it's raining hard, but it's gone now. People think it's sunny all the time on a tropical island in Thailand. No, not all the time. Quite a lot of time it is, but then there's times where we have the rainy season and a lot of rain, and when it rains, it downpours. And yeah, people, is there anyone else you'd like me to interview on my channel? I've been interviewing some people, but if you would like me to interview anyone specifically, let me know who you'd like me to interview and I'll do my best to set up an interview with them for you. Alienazor 3. I did yoga for a while. First thing, it was the best, but I agree, super challenge, but I love seeing the progress over time. Yeah, and what most people don't realise is what yoga can do for you. It's way more than what people realise, and once you start doing it correctly, consistently, man, it just makes me a better version of myself. Makes me calmer throughout my day. Makes me more present when I'm doing things throughout the day. It improves my flexibility, my mobility, improves my strength, it improves my overall cognitive functions, it enhances me spiritually. It's like, man. And yeah, at times when I'm doing those yoga poses, oh my God, my body just wants me to stop, on my mind more so because it's so challenging, but I push through that weakness within my mind. And guess what? When you push through any weakness, when you're doing something challenging, you feel so good about doing that. But most people are very weak-minded. They don't push themselves at anything in life. They don't challenge themselves. They quit at the first sign of a challenge. You know what I say? Through that. I'm going through those challenges. I'm facing my fears. I'm facing anything that my mind doesn't want me to go through. And I push through it. Get through it, man. Like, we live in a soft generation. Like crazy. People whining and complaining about their circumstances and what's going on. They're not happy about this and that and that. And it's like, just change your life. You may not have control of the weather, your friends, your family members, and a variety of other things, but you have control over your life. You can create what you want or what you don't want. and the choice is up to you. And you're going to create it whether you are aware of it or not. Yeah. See, looking through the questions, there's a lot of things here. I'll answer the most important ones. I'm not going to go through them all. To be vegan to learn meat is the only food you must eat. All other foods are optional. Yeah, I'd agree with you as well. As long as you get adapted to the diet and do it consistently, you feel really, really good from it. And it's going to give you everything you need. I think it's definitely best to eat organs if you can as well. Not necessarily every day, but they are one of the best superfoods in the world. So it will help you get the broader spectrum of nutrients when you eat muscle meat alongside organs. I think that is the way that we would naturally eat in our environment. We wouldn't just eat the muscle meat only. Metamorphosis, do you think raw food and green juice will be adequate for someone with cancer for at least 30 days? Depends what raw food diet they're eating. Is the green juice made with a Norwalk juicer or some other juicer? Depends on what juice you're using, what's the quality of the produce. I definitely believe a lot of people do get benefits from green juice feasts, because it's not even a fast. Not sure, it depends on the individual, really, to be honest. They could give it a go, but you really want to be using a Norwalk juicer. You want organic, high quality greens. And the issue is, if they start reacting to the plant toxins and anti-nutrients, then it's not going to be good for them, because what you've got to remember, making a juice concentrates those things, which can cause people issues. I wouldn't say I'm anti-green juice, but for a lot of people, they cannot tolerate it. So, yeah, depends on that factor as well. And people with the big C health issue going on, you need to change every way of life. You need to start drinking pure water, getting outside in nature, doing deep breathing, doing some movement that can be gentle, removing the toxic people from your life. Make sure you're hitting all of your macro and micronutrient needs. Reduce your stress, or even eliminate it completely. Reduce your EMF exposure, which is electromagnetic frequencies, which comes from electronic devices. Start being in line with your circadian rhythms. Go to bed when the sun goes down, wake up when the sun comes up. Rest as much as possible. You need to just change everything. And as long as you do all those things, and you could do other things alongside it, there's no reason why you can't resolve the big C. And we all have it within our body, but it's just when it starts to grow out of control, then it becomes terminal in the end. And you get stage 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's just something to take into consideration. Someone says organ nutrition is highly overrated. People go years without any and just muscle meat and no deficiencies. Well, to be honest, guess what? You can't test for every different nutrient in the body. There's no reliable test. So to say that they haven't got any deficiencies, well, you can't actually say that. You can say it, but that isn't necessarily true. I wouldn't say you have to eat organ meats, but if you're someone that's especially on a calorie deficit carnivore based diet, you're going to find it hard to hit all of your nutrient needs, as Dr. Berg said in a video that I listened to recently. But if you're eating pounds and pounds of high quality meat, then you wouldn't necessarily run into issues. So that's just something to take into consideration. You can't say a broad statement, well you can, but saying a broad statement like it's highly overrated, people go years without organ meats and have no deficiencies. Well, is that going to be across the board for every single person for the rest of their life? No, you can't say that. And how many people have been eating that way for 10, 20, 30 plus years? So you don't know. There's no scientific research on it. You haven't done any research with people. It's ridiculous to make a claim like that, to be honest. What kind of diet do I eat at the moment? At the moment, I'm normally intermittent fasting, like 16 to 20 hours. Then I normally have 1.1 pounds of grass-fed beef, normally with raw Swiss cheese that come from Switzerland, cooked in a lot of beef tallow, add some unrefined sea salt and pepper. At the moment, I'm eating no fruits. I was at first, but I've not been doing that for a while. I do drink some coconut water later in the day, and normally the majority of the time I'd have another meat meal later on. It might be like free range, pasture raised, antibiotic free, hormone free chicken thighs. I'm always trying to keep it as high fat as possible the majority of the time, because I'm trying to do the majority of the time a carnivore keto style type of diet. So getting around 80% of my calories from fat, because I find that being in static ketosis is one of the things that makes me feel the best. Not necessarily going for just trying to get all of the fuel that I need through glucogenesis, which is when you eat so much protein in one meal and throughout the day, your body will convert the protein, at least excess protein, into glucose. I still get a lot of protein though. It's hard not to get a lot of protein on this diet, and I'm not trying to limit my protein. Most times in the day I'm getting like 200 to 250 grams of protein a day. So I hope that answers your question. Really Organic World, that's cool. Dan knows what's up with VMS. Yeah, I've known about this for like 6 years or so. So like now when I'm using my laptop, I have a mouse connected to my laptop and I have a keyboard to keep the laptop away from me as far as possible. I never put a phone to my ear, never done that for years and years and years. And I always have my phone on airplane mode when I'm using it. I don't keep it in my pocket whatsoever. I keep it as far away from me. A lot of the time I'll leave the phone on the floor whilst I'm using it rather than holding it in my hand. I'm so conscious around EMS because I used to have such issues with it. And to be honest, we're all having negative effects from it, whether we're aware of it or not. Sarah Sapine, I don't know if I pronounced your second name right, but you know that it's you that I'm talking to. Do I take niacin nowadays? If you don't know what niacin is, people, it's vitamin B3. No, I don't feel that I need niacin anymore. On the vegan diet, I found that I did. But on this carnivore-based diet, I don't need any supplementation as of yet. I am in the future going to experiment with one of the highest quality, high-dose fish oils out there. Just as an experiment, try it for a month, see how it goes. Because I know there can be some amazing benefits from that. But at the moment, not taking any supplements. Drinking snake juice every single day. I pretty much don't drink plain water. I only drink snake juice. I will be talking about why in a video soon, and I will be making how to make snake juice video either today, possibly today actually, or tomorrow. And I find that I need the snake juice because it makes me feel the best on this diet. How do you respond to vegans who tried to characterize you as crazy? Well, I pretty much say thanks for sharing your unconstructive critical feedback with me, or thanks for sharing your opinion. That's what I say. So we're all entitled to our own opinion. But guess what? I don't care what they say. Bring it on. Should I do a video soon responding to negative comments? It'll be in a humorous, sarcastic way. That's what English people like to do a lot, is sarcasm. Not every American understands that, but if you want me to make that, then let me know. Careful on the fish oil. A lot of people coming out with serious concerns about it. Yeah, well, I would say that 99.99% of fish oil on the market is absolutely rancid and garbage for you, but not this one at all. And a lot of them have certain things added to them that are really toxic for us. Again, I'm not going down that route as well. So I say a lot of people run into issues with fish oil due to the reasons that I just mentioned. Onto the EMF thing again. Yeah, most cell phone instruction manuals say to not keep the phone within an inch of your body. Oh my god, oh really? Wow. That's crazy. And electronic devices, especially phones, it's like they're still relatively new in our human experience and human world. So people are doing like, what would you call it? A social experiment. And long term they're going to find out it's really bad. And to be honest, you can find so much research that's shown for so long that putting phones to your head and EMFs are not good for us at all. Rosalind says don't do the fish oil. Fish oil usually comes from the same parts of the world regardless of where it's sold. Well, to be honest, there's a Norwegian company called N-Pure 3 and it's very different to the other ones. It's like people telling me not to try it. I'm not going to not try it, even if you tell me not to. I'm going to try it anyway, to be honest, because a lot of people say this is bad for this reason, that reason, that reason. A lot of time it just depends. You can find a scientific study to say this thing's bad and another study that says it's good. I experimented with it and see. It's not going to be the end of the world if I try it for a month it doesn't work out for me. And to be honest, Dr. Rhonda Patrick is the person that I'd actually listen to. She promotes it like crazy, someone on Joe Rogan's show. She really knows what she's talking about. She gets amazing benefits. She has the blood work to show it's given amazing benefits. She's someone that I trust. I don't trust a lot of other people out there, to be honest. Please do a troll response. How to deal with troll videos. Use reverse psychology on them. Don't allow them to bring you down to their level. And just say thanks for sharing your opinion. Just ignore them. Don't take on board what they say to you. And if it does affect you, guess what? Just don't keep focusing upon the story that you're creating in your head around it and thinking about it so much. Just get more in the present moment and just detach yourself from it. Really organic. This is interesting. Dan acts healthier than many recently, and now I find out that he's very conscious around EMS. I find the same coincidence all the time. Smart devices are pretty dumb, yeah, for sure. And a lot of people don't realise I know about so many different things, way more than what I talk about on this channel. You'd be surprised about the things that I'm actually aware of, and a lot of people really underestimate me, to be honest. Wild caught sardines and mackerel isn't hard to come by. Well, actually, I've looked into research that showed that mackerel can be a huge issue with heavy metals, even from good sources. And yes, it's one of the highest sources of EPA and DHA with fish. But yeah, that's what I was saying. Guess what? My girlfriend had wild caught sardines. They made her feel like crap. She doesn't feel like that from like the high quality tuna that we've been getting, or the wild Alaskan salmon. So again, it might be your experience, but it's not for her. She's not had a positive experience with it. Yeah, and it's like, to be honest, you might feel good from one thing, any of you. It doesn't mean someone else is necessarily going to feel good from it. But what I can say, on this meat-based diet, everyone seems to feel the best normally from eating loads of high quality beef. A lot of people can get issues with pork. It's really high in omega-6, really low in omega-3. I've tried it, it's not worked out for me. Some people get issues with chicken, but beef seems to be one that a lot of people get on with so well. And that's why you get a lot of people that go on the beef cleanse, where it's beef only. So many people commenting. Yeah, and I even get fish that is tested for heavy metals, but to be honest, it doesn't matter where you're getting it from. The sea is so messed around with, it's so toxic no matter where it is in the world. So you're still getting a lot of garbage in it. But guess what, with land animals such as beef, which comes obviously from cows, that's not an issue. Yeah, trial response sounds like a good idea. So I'm someone that's learnt conscious forms of non-violent communication. If someone's getting angry at you, don't get angry back at them. Guess what? It's just going to be a head-to-head warfare. So just listen to them, maybe empathise with them. Don't allow yourself to go into any negative, so-called negative, if you want to call it that, strong emotional response. Don't be fazed by it. Don't let it affect you. It's funny how people can start to respond differently to you when they act in anger and you don't act angry back towards them. You just speak in a tone where you're speaking normal like this. You're not going, or getting angry and aggressive. Someone's angry and aggressive and you act with anger and aggression, guess what? It's going to make it worse. It's going to just make things not good at all. Like, for example, if you're in a relationship and you have a girlfriend that's really upset and angry, it's just like, say that I hear you. I'm here for you. I understand why you feel that way. It's normal to feel this way. Like, yeah, a lot of people are really not conscious around their communication, or it's something that I've worked on for years, and I think people need to improve it. Like, sometimes when I listen to people's response videos, oh my God, they let themselves get emotionally affected in a way where they start bullying people and being horrible. Yes, I make response videos, but I'm always calm and serene, and I don't hate on the person. I just say my own truth on what they're doing, and I'm not mean to them in any way, shape or form. Because guess what? The more mean you are to someone, the less they're going to listen. When you can be more empathic and compassionate and understanding and neutral, they're more than going to listen. I tell Charles, thank you, because your comments make my videos more popular. Yeah, brilliant response. I've been on national news. All press is good press. Yes, that's what I say to people. All press is good press. Trolls make channels very popular. Yeah. So bring on all the trolls onto my channel as much as you want. They hate on me and dislike my videos and all these vegans. But guess what? They end up getting me more views, more people to my channel. They get me to earn more money. It's like I've been in newspapers 4 years ago about newspapers in many different countries making up claims about me being dangerous and this and that. Because you share certain things that are effective for transforming people's life. And guess what? It doesn't faze me. I'm like, come on, spread this misinformation as much as possible, because then so many people come to my channel. They might not leave the most positive comments, but any comments is good comments. Like, you can't expect to get everyone to love you. There's always going to be someone that doesn't like you, and that's why a lot of people get concerned about getting on YouTube, because they don't want to be hated on. They want to be accepted by others. And they have a fear around what people will say and how they judge them. And it's like, you know what? I don't give a monkey about that. Like, who cares about all that stuff? Like, who cares? I only care about what people that are close to me in life say about me. Of course I want their acceptance, but random people online that are just trolls, that keyboard warriors that just like just waste all of their time on doing this type of thing with the hating on people, when they could be putting their time into other things that are way more productive and that can benefit their life. Instead, they hate on people, make themselves feel not good because it brings up an emotional response in them, then they go around in a day and then it affects everyone in their human experience. And it's just like, oh man. Yeah, I agree with you, Blight Flux. Beef works so well because they're ruminants. People tend to do well on all kinds of ruminants, which are effective at turning plant nutrition into human nutrition. Yeah. Really organic, laugh out loud. I just ate meat for the first time in 3 years. I bought 100% grass-fed and grass-finished steak right from the farm, drove it to farm and got it nice. That's what you want. You want to be trying to get meat that would sort of, as much as possible, replicate the meat you'd find in your natural environment. Not this factory farm meat. Oh my god, has way more omega-6, not that much omega-3. It's way lower in every single different micronutrient. It has hormones added to it that are synthetic, and bovine growth hormone, and like antibiotics, and so much garbage. It's just so bad. And factory farm is not good for the environment. Pasture raised animals, and the way that all that method is done for these animals to be provided to us on our plate is actually beneficial to the environment, whether vegans believe that or not. And that's what vegans tend to do. They say that, all animals are treated the worst before they are put on a plate to be meat. Well, factory farming for sure, but if they're pasture raised, like the animals I'm getting, they get to free roam all day long. They have access to an indoor environment, but they're not ever locked in there. They have access to the outdoor environment as much as they want, so they can go in and out as much as they want. I've actually seen videos of the pigs on the farm from the company that provides people with pork on their website that I buy from, and they look like the happiest pigs ever. They have so much outdoor space and they get to free roam the whole time. They eat whatever they want, a natural diet that they find in their environment. They look like they're suffering loads. Yeah. It's like, again, people saying this thing is bad and it's just like a broad statement they're using. It's like, well, maybe it's not if you look at the other things. Food for thought. Yoga with Rachel, she's been like a moderator on here actually. Rachel is now a moderator. She doesn't know that she can be a moderator, but she does now. So if you see anyone that's saying something that I'm not allowed to answer a question to, or maybe someone is saying something that's not the best to be on here, you can actually click to the side of their name and remove the comment. You can even ban them or put them in timeout if you feel necessary. That helps me actually. Do I have any friends in Adelaide, Australia? Yes, you! My friend Taylor Gray's in the chat. He's vegan for ages and now he started experimenting with some animal-based foods, and from what he'd been telling me, he'd been feeling really good from it. Is food consumer aligned to make us avoid shellfish and seafood? I don't think so. No, not at all. From what I'm aware of. Yeah, that's again why another thing with the whole fish and seafood can be a massive issue. And yeah, you just need to be careful around seafoods. The larger the fish is, for example, normally the more toxic it's going to be. Certain fish are more toxic than others for sure, but all of them have got a certain amount of toxicity in it. You can't avoid it unless they're growing in isolated tanks in a controlled environment. It's not in a sea or a river or a lake, for example, which most people are never going to get fish from that type of source. JW, Danny, what do you think will come of raw bliss? I don't know. He might just disintegrate, maybe, or he would get to a point where it'll make him pass away. He would leave us. It's quite likely. Or he just get to a point where his body breaks down and he causes some serious irreversible damage. This is, yeah, we see. Or he could get to a point where he wakes up finally and starts consuming animal foods. It gets to the point where I got to where I'm like, oh man, enough of this diet. I can't do this anymore. Just like Dylan Hunt I interviewed, where he was being around raw bliss loads. He lived with raw bliss. He was following his same advice and he did it for around 5 years. And guess what? He got to a point where his kidneys started to shut down and he had to go to hospital. Then he had that wake up call, felt drawn to a ketogenic diet, made the switch, but it had to get to that breaking point, which is really extreme. I don't recommend people do that. It's like, it can work for people, but it's best to wake up sooner and not just make yourself suffer so much for so long. I know you'll try it, no harm in experimenting, someone said with the fish oil Rosalind. Yeah, like, I'm someone that tries to keep my mind open to everything, attached to nothing. Certain things I try that are not good for me, but most things I try seems to give me really amazing results. Yeah, I never want to put myself in a box as much as I possibly can. I did with that vegan diet for a while, but I would never do anything again. And always questioning, is what I'm doing working for me? Could I be improving what I'm doing? Am I doing something wrong? Is there something I don't know that I need to know? And I'm also on this constant path of evolution. I'm always constantly learning and striving to learn new information. One of the things that makes you the best is learning information. You also can find information within yourself. You don't always need to look outside of yourself. Yeah. All cod, fish oil in the market are used to sustain its purpose for business. Well, that is debatable, to be honest. There's a broad statement to say. It's like that 100% you can guarantee all the time. Well, not necessarily. So why do I still fast? Because intermittent fasting has amazing health benefits. It induces autophagy when you do it long enough, which means it's eating up mitochondria and cells, indigestible proteins and various other things, eats it up and it creates new cells and it optimizes ATP, the Krebs cycle and so on. And guess what, at the same time, it jacks up human growth hormone production, testosterone production, lowers insulin, improves insulin sensitivity. It also has been shown to lengthen our telomeres, which are the caps on the end of your DNA, which will maximize your longevity, well, increase your longevity as much as possible. And also, it's like, I love intermittent fast as well, because rather than eating so many times in a day, it gives you so much more free time to do other things, such as this live stream. And I don't feel that I need to eat loads throughout the whole day. I do eat a lot of food for sure, but eating in the morning doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah. Most people just eat in the morning because they're used to it. Or they're eating a malnourishing diet where they feel hungry all the time. Or they're just used to their ghrelin production going up in the morning, which makes you feel hunger. So then you just keep eating due to that hormone being cranked up. And there's so much information on intermittent fasting, extended fasting, that is so much scientific research to show that it has so many amazing benefits holistically. And guess what? It doesn't cost anything. No one's trying to sell you anything. It's been something that's amazingly worked for me for so long. But you need to be on a diet where, well, even if you're not doing intermittent fasting or extended fasting, where you're getting all of the nutrients that you need to rebuild. So fasting helps break down the body, helps regenerate things, and guess what? You then eat the foods, ideally, that build you up, and it's the perfect synergy between them both. Let's see here. I've taken vitamin D and had a bad reaction. I think it's telling us we need to have much higher levels than we actually do. Beware of Jack Cruz. Yeah, it depends with the vitamin D. If someone's eating a diet but there's no vitamin D in their diet, and they're living in a cold climate that has hardly any sun the majority of the year, then D3 could be good. But again, most of the D3 on the market is very toxic. You look at a lot of the D3s and what's added to it, and a lot of people get reactions from that toxic crap that's added to it. So again, and do you know what I see? I've researched supplements for years and years and years. 99% of supplements are garbage and toxic on the market. So yeah, most people get us what they said the best one normally is for any supplement. It's normally the cheapest. Most people aren't willing to put the money where their mouth is type of thing and spend as much money as they need to on the best stuff. But yeah, you could just eat animal foods such as grass-fed butter, grass-fed milk that's raw, and other different animal-based foods that would give you an abundance of vitamin D. I think Frank was around prior to Carnivore. I don't know who's a shill, and I don't know how you could know. Yeah, well, some people are blatantly a shill, and then some people, it's like possible that they are or not. Some people it just seems very clear that they're not, or but yeah. If I think they're a shill, I call them out. If I think they are harming someone's health, and I see that they are harming a lot of people's health, like Dr. Robert Morse that I made a video on not so well, just recently. Yeah, yoga with Rachel, my girlfriend, by it flux. He wants to listen to his body more now, which is better for where he's at. Yeah, I'm more in tune with my body than ever, so I know what it needs and when it needs it, which is so good. And yeah, when you're trying to build muscle, you've got to eat more than your body wants to by it flux. Well, the thing is, when you're training consistently and hard, your hunger will automatically be higher, and you'll want to eat more because you're burning more calories. It needs more fuel. And Rachel could tell you now, I have no issue with eating a lot of food throughout the day at all. Yeah, no issues with that whatsoever. A lot of people think I'm not gaining weight due to my diet and not eating enough, but that's not true. You're going to find out in a video really soon why I haven't been gaining weight. It's a very good reason for it, and it's not dietary related at all. I'm not going to mention it in this video because I want to, well, in this live stream, I want to make a video exclusively for that. Naturopath Dr. Garrett Smith says that in all the hair tests he does with clients, he can guess how often someone eats fish depending on how much mercury and cadmium there is in the hair sample. Well, guess where so many people get so much cadmium from? From brake dust. Which if you're in a busy built-up city like Los Angeles, you're going to be high in cadmium, which a lot of people live in big, busy cities. And there's so many other sources of cadmium that we get for our own environment that's not dietary related. So that's garbage for him to say that. And guess what? So many people have high amounts of mercury due to amalgam fillings, which are those toxic, silver, grey looking fillings that jack up the mercury levels. And guess what? One of the main pesticides that is sprayed on plant crops is methyl mercury. So that Dr. Garrett Smith doesn't know anything with that type of thing that he's talking about. And guess what? You can test someone's hair today and tomorrow, and it will show you different levels of the heavy metals. I'm very aware of hair mineral analysis, and it's very inaccurate. So what he's saying is completely bogus. I just debunked it right there and then. It's very simple. I've studied heavy metal toxicity for years and years and years and very knowledgeable on it. I've helped a lot of people resolve issues with it. And there's many people that are on a vegan diet and all other types of vegan diets that are high in mercury and cadmium. Really organic. I really like Really Organic being in this live stream. They have some really good questions. Yeah. Yeah, Carnivore tends to advocate eat when you're hungry, stop when you're full, drink water when thirsty. Basically, it's your body instead of forcing any doctrine. Yeah, which is the best thing to do. Yeah, for sure. He started to, but he wants to gain weight, so not at the moment. Yeah, my goal at the moment is not to gain weight. I just been focused upon healing from the damage that I got from the vegan diet and really building up my nutrition within my body as much as possible with the nutrients I've been lacking so long. Really organic. I have not followed your channel a lot over time. Can you tell us a little bit more about your journey to awakening? I'm pretty impressed with your scope of knowledge. Well, from what point of my journey do you want to know? I woke up at many different points on my journey to many different things. So let me know some specific details. Maybe you want to know about when I went from being a completely switched off unconscious person to becoming a conscious person, where so many things started changing my whole life many, many years ago. Maybe you want to know about that, I'm not sure. And Bite Flex, yeah, trust me, I know how to build muscle. I have built muscle before. I built around 10 kilos of muscle on a vegan diet, which is pretty incredible on that malnutrition diet. And I have done so much research and studied so much information on maximizing muscle growth and optimizing your workouts and recovery and so forth. It's like, if I didn't care about my health at all, guess what? I'd eat 5 to 6 meals a day with a good amount of protein, good amount of carbs, and my weight would go up very steadily and very rapidly as well. But guess what? I don't want to do that. Health is my number one priority. And many times when I've gone to gain more muscle, I start eating more consistently, and it starts to make me not feel so good. But with this carnivore based diet, I'm getting so much more protein than on the vegan diet. It's giving me so much of the building blocks to actually help maximize muscle growth once I decide to go in that direction. Yeah, you want to lose weight and lose muscle, do a calorie deficit. You want to gain weight, do a calorie surplus. You want to maintain your weight, eat maintenance calories. It's very as simple as that. No, baking soda can't stop kidney failure, that's true. But if someone's got some acidity within the kidneys after doing like a dry fast, like Carl Robinson promotes, and they've got pain in their kidneys, then it can be good to drink some baking soda, which can help alkalize some of that acidity. And it does work for a lot of people that have tried it. I remember my girlfriend had that issue at one point. She drank baking soda and got rid of that aching in the kidney area. Does anyone else agree Danny's looking more sexy and masculine and more confident on camera? Totally owning who you are. Love it. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate your kind words as always, brother. You're an amazing person. And I appreciate you in my life, brother. Yeah. Seems people are getting along a lot more in this chat. The last 2 times I did it, there's a lot of people hating. I don't care if people want to hate, they want to hate, but it's nice if people can get along, to be honest with you. Really organic. And it's also saying, I just heard Dr. Garrett Smith say that he had to stop eating pork because so much was tasting bad and something like that. Well, a lot of people do get issues with pork because even if it's pasture raised, it's normally got a 10-to-1 ratio of omega-6 to 3, which most issues are connected to inflammation, so it could cause an issue for people. That's one factor. There's other things as well you need to take into consideration. So yeah, not everyone gets on well with pork. Some people do, some people don't. But I would recommend not eating loads of it on a regular basis. I'd say stick to mostly lamb and beef, preferably. The omega-3 to 6 ratio is so good. It's like 6 to 3 is normally 3 to 1. Way better ratio between the two. Marcus, the animals we eat would be ate regardless by predators. And yeah, we are apex predators. We would eat them in a natural environment. There'd be times where we wouldn't have access to things that are not animal based, and we would hunt down an animal and eat it. But guess what? They got to live a full life that was a free life before that happened. Do you think a lion or a cat feels bad when they eat another animal and end its life? No. So why should we? Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Yeah, it's crazy. All these vegans are coming up, oh well, animals don't need to be harmed and this and that and that. Well, I don't think they should be enslaved in a factory farm for sure. They should have the best life given to them possible before they're served up on our plate. But yeah, vegans will say, well, it's bad no matter what. There's no ethically sourced meat. Do you think a lion goes, oh, there's no ethically sourced meat, so I'm going to stop eating meat and just eat plants when I'm not designed for it? It's not going to meet my nutrient needs. No! He just eats it. It's not brainwashed dogma. You can't. It doesn't have an ego or anything like that. women have to be a little bit more careful with intermittent fasting, also depending on time of month. Yeah, it's debatable. Some people say it could be an issue more for women, but I was with someone that's eating 1 meal a day, a female. Naturally, she didn't know about intermittent fasting. She felt amazing from it. She's still doing it to this day. She's been doing it for like over a year. Well, she's been doing it for years. Again, listen to your body. If you're a woman doing intermittent fasting, it's not make you feel good. Maybe you've got some electrolyte imbalances. Maybe you're not eating enough when you're eating. Maybe you're fasting longer than your body wants to. Yeah, it's just, again, listen to your body. You can do intuitive intermittent fasting. You don't need to be strict and be like, oh, I'm going to fast this amount of time for this long and so on every single day. That's when you can run into some issues sometimes. It's good for people to normally do that when they get into it, to get used to intermittent fasting, but yeah. True outlets on the wild, they are not mess bred to have their lives ended. It's very sad. Well, to be honest, the amount of beef I eat in a year is probably like 1 to 2 cows at most. So I'm not actually paying for loads of them to have their lives ended at all. Just like I wouldn't in my natural environment. What's the issue with that? But it doesn't matter what you say to vegans. They're always going to have an answer for whatever you have to say to go against what they believe. With their evangelistic, dogmatic, idealistic beliefs. Pasture raised, yeah, humane. It's as ethical as it's going to get. They live in better conditions in the pasture life than in the wild, and often longer than a natural lifespan. Very good point. I agree with that one. Yeah, if vegans had their way, many of us might starve due to malnutrition. The most unwell I felt, besides food poisoning, EMF emergencies and toxic mold, has been when I was vegan. Yeah, same. I'd have to agree with you on that one. Without a doubt. And many people say when you're not thriving on a vegan diet, well, go to this vegan doctor or this vegan scientist, get this gut test done and this micronutrient test done and this and that and that. So we can get you to a point of putting you on this supplement and getting you to eat this thing and that thing that's not actually designed for you to get you to thrive. No, you're surviving. How you're feeling is suboptimal. Even if you feel you haven't got issues going on, guess what? You're probably not thriving. And if you haven't tried a carnivore-based diet with a high amount of pasture-raised animals that are very high quality and very nutrient dense, and you're saying you feel the best on a vegan diet, you haven't tried what I've just mentioned, how can you say that it's not good? You don't have any personal experience with it at all. And even before I was vegan, I didn't used to not the carnivore diet. I saw a lot of people thriving on it. I was like, yeah, this does work for a lot of people. Saw that it was working. And they say, oh, well, there's not loads of science on this. It's like, oh, shove it up here. And guess what? Vegan gains. Oh my God, he preaches so much science and look like him. Look at him even. He doesn't look alive inside. He looks like he doesn't want to be here anymore. He's so depressed, not functioning well. He's got excess weight. He's not thriving. Yet people listen to this type of person. And he's a prime example that it's not working. Yet they say, oh, the vegan diet's so good because he has this science and this science to say it works good. But these people, guess what? They're not in tune with the body. They're not listening to their body. They're being dogmatic and staying on a deteriorating diet, even though it's not working for them. It's absolute crazy making. Yeah. Goji man, look at him. He looks like a white anemic ghost. Look at Durham. He's a scattered psychopath. Freely, oh my God, man. Oh God. She's got some anger issues. She needs some essential fatty acids and other nutrients been lacking so long. There should be a calm person. Probably wouldn't hate on everyone. Be more grounded. Oh man, these vegan clowns. They want you to believe their agenda. And they seem to be anti-human and pro-animal. They don't care if you're suffering. I've really had a vegan video titled, Why Are You Never Vegan? I need to respond to that soon. You say, well, no matter if you're not surviving or thriving, you've got bloating and gas going on and you've got these health issues, just keep doing it. Doing it until you are... Rachel can say the next word if she wants to. What would they say, Rachel? Eat a vegan diet until you... And if you're not surviving, just keep doing it until you... How do you milk a snake? We make a video about anti-venom not being vegan and how snake prisons are needed for anti-venom when they're milked. Oh, Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me, actually. A lot of things that vegans are doing, they don't realise that they're not 100% vegan. Are aeroplanes vegan? Let's have a look. Are aeroplanes vegan? No, many planes are not vegan, 100% vegan. A lot of time, automobiles are not vegan. Yeah, a lot of vegans own them. A lot of people travel on a plane. And guess what they say, do no harm to animals? Well, for example, a lot of the plant foods out there kills a lot of the surrounding animals in that environment. So vegans are not this almighty person that are not harming animals at all, because they are. And a lot of times so many animals are being harmed by combine harvesters and many other different things. Yeah. There's tons of people milking snakes. Apparently now they're milking cockroaches as well. The things humans do in this world seem to make a lot of sense to me. There's a lot of crazy things going on. But people like me and you that believe in alternative things, we're wackos, we're crazy. Apparently so. Because we don't fit in line with the norm in the world. We don't want to be a sheeple. I want to be different. I want to be me. I don't want to be like everyone else. And guess what? The system, the government, doesn't want you to think outside the box. They want you to stay inside that box. They control you for the rest of your life. And so they can turn you into the best consumer ever to maximise the profit that they make from the companies that they own. They don't care about your welfare. They don't care if you're thriving. They don't care about your health. At least most of the companies out there don't. They want to keep you sick and reliant on them for the rest of your life. That's the best way to control people. Hey, Drew Morgs here. Nice to see you, brother. It's good to see that live stream yesterday of doing rider that I was trialing, which a lot of people, when I was in the chat on your live stream yesterday, Drew Morg, and trialing doing rider, a lot of people didn't believe it was me. It's a fake, it's a fraud. No, it was me. 100%, the real deal. Full natty bra. Vaccines are not vegan, and no they don't. Yeah, a lot of time they aren't. They've normally got chicken baby embryos and gelatin and other non-vegan things. Yeah, a lot of vegans vaccinate. That's a touchy topic. I'm not going to talk about that one in depth. With the whole vaccination thing. And the farm I just got my meat from looked good. The cows had a lot of space, not enough trees shading my opinion, but there's still lots of space. The chickens were running wild everywhere. Yeah, just like the chickens outside our house, they run around everywhere. There's no even fence for them. Yeah, there's like 500 pounds of meat in a cow, so yeah, each year a person's only eating about 1 cow a year. It's like, yeah, what's so bad about that? If you're just eating exclusively beef, for example, and 1 cow's having its life ended a year, or you're eating a vegan diet where you're eating thousands of calories like I were, and eating solely plant-based foods that are sprayed with pesticides that go in the environment, affect the water around it, the natural water and soil, mess up the microbes in the soil, make the soil very depleted, and then I'm getting those anti-nutrients and plant toxins, and it's harming animals in the process that get their lives ended through those foods being harvested and produced. Which is way more animals that will have their life ended in the process rather than 1 cow a year on a carnivore diet. It's like, the carnivore diet makes more sense to me, that it's more ethical. Brenborn, hey Danny, I'm happy you've regained your health and vitality. I was vegan for 8 years before switching onto an omnivore diet. Now I'm going back to keto, gained 25 pounds of pure fat after going off. Oh wow, interesting. Yeah, keto will help you strip that weight off like crazy. Definitely one of the best diets out there, the ketogenic diet and the carnivore diet for dropping weight. Thomas Skin, you look more normal. Yeah, I feel it as well. Let's have a look here. Oh yeah, mould is a big issue in the tropics. It's a very damp, moist environment. Really organic was asked about, have you seen a lot of mouldy buildings in Australia or Thailand? Well, I haven't been to Thailand, but Rachel, my girlfriend Yoga with Rachel, who's a moderator on this live stream, she lived in Australia. She could answer that part for you. But if you're on the tropical islands like Koh Samui, Koh Chang, Koh Phangan and so forth, there can be an issue with mould. But it's more when you're living in older houses. If you're living in newer build houses that have been designed really well and built in a specific way, I haven't found any issues in these types of places. But if you're living in old places, especially wooden houses, which is a lot of them, there's a lot of issues with that. So I say when people come to a place like this, you just make sure you check out the place fully before you decide to rent it. Simple as that. In the US, we have no codes or testing for mould, so research says 50% of buildings here have toxic mould. Oh my god. Yeah, like crazy, so many places do. Oh, and something I'd like to see if you know about really organic. Do you know about smart meters? They are one of the worst EMF things that you could have in your house possible. And then outside of your house, it's like pylons, especially those really, really big ones. Man, you have to be like so far away from them to not be affected by the EMS from those. Smart meters, oh my god. If you want to mess up your sleep and your health, get a smart meter. If you've got one, get rid of it. Do everything that you can to get rid of it. It's one of the worst things for affecting people's sleep and health in a negative way. Apparently I wouldn't ever debate the ethics though. Well, I would if someone wanted to. So it's not true. That's an assumption. I was so impressed with Freely's videos about the tropics when she was in jungle, but now she's so mad. I suspect she's nutrient deficient, toxic in many ways as well. I love her though. Yeah, she is. She's just a toxic person as a whole, to be honest. She's someone that is not working on being a conscious communicator. She projects a lot of her emotions onto other people. She definitely has some narcissistic traits. She's not a bad person. No one's a bad person. Oh, but she's been eating a malnourishing diet for so long. It's like, I wonder why she'd be acting in the ways that she does. I would be as well, and I was within myself in my life, not in my videos, but yeah, it was just like chaos within myself. I wish you'd get off that vegan diet. Yeah. Veganism is about minimising damage to the planet. Nobody's perfect. Well, yeah, that's true, but what a lot of people don't realise being on a vegan diet is actually very damaging to the environment due to monocrops, and crops being over-harvested and the soil not being nourished with the right microbes in soil. Normally, most soil just has P and K in it, phosphorus, potassium, nitrogen, and you need 90 plus different trace minerals to get all of the nutrients that you need. And it's turned over so consistently, so it's so bad for you, so it makes the plant foods even more deficient, more toxic. It's just not good for the environment. People on the vegan diet really don't know what they're talking about. They normally listen to a lot of pseudoscience and just crap from people that have no idea about the environmental impact of how a vegan diet is actually very bad for it. Brainwashed again. No real vegan claims to be a god. Laugh at love, we aren't perfect. Well, I'm not a god. No one's a god. I just am that I am. I'm me. I'm not better than anyone else. We all should have equal rights in the world. We all deserve to live a happy, healthy life. We all deserve to have an abundance, to do whatever we want in life and to have complete financial freedom. I want the best for everyone. And guess what? I don't care what diet someone is on. I would prefer that people eat a diet that makes them feel the best and function the best. But if they don't want to do that, then that's down to them. I have many people in my life that don't do that, certain family members. And it's just like, that's fine. That's their choice. It's not my choice. I may not agree with it, but I'm not going to hate on them. I'm not going to think I'm better than them. I'm just going to understand they're on their journey. I'm on my journey. And guess what? I only put my time and energy into people that actually want to listen to my advice and want help from me. I'm never going to waste my time just like on people that are not worth my time. My time is precious, just like yours, whether you're aware of it or not. So stop being trolls, people, and wasting your time. Go be productive. Go create something. Start a YouTube channel. Make videos. Maybe start talking about this on YouTube rather than trolling people all the time. Have you seen Janelle Limon's ex-vegan story yet? No. Could you link me to it? in the chat, that would be really good. Yeah. Drew Moore, Danny, another little known fact is that 95% of animals' lives being ended, I'm not going to use the D word, in food production are in plant agriculture, not animal agriculture. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. These vegans saying, oh, the vegan diet is like a harmless diet, the diet is non-violent. It's a load of garbage. Just as Drew Moore just stated with that comment. And there's so much other information you can find alongside that to prove what he's saying as well. Yeah. A lot of people say that, well, especially the fruitarians, that fruit made us evolve. But to be honest, we've been eating like cooked foods for around 1.9 million years from what archaeologists have discovered. So, yeah, we have evolved in a way to eat cooked food and eat meat. That's designed for us. Not hybridized fruits that are mass produced in monocultures that you wouldn't find in a natural environment. Not good for you. And I do believe that meat made us evolve and cooking our food. I remember listening to talk with Rhonda Patrick. She says we have certain pathways in the body due to our evolution of eating cooked food, so we can actually handle cooked food. The only time I get detox before I take a UA. What's a UA? Yeah, don't Raphael. Whoa, there's a lot of comments being flagged. Hey, someone got put in timeout. There's a troll. Good work, Rachel. I never thought of getting you to do that before. That's a really good idea. Wow. Zero Forks needs banning. No, actually don't ban him. Just put him in timeout. Don't ever ban anyone. Just put him in timeout. He's actually made quite a few. Oh, I did it. Don't worry. It's all good. Yeah, never ban the trolls. Leave them there because we want them to keep watching for sure. But if they're spamming like that person was. Oh my god, troll. Yeah. The scam is doctors and vegans and bears are no scams. They're perfect for longevity. Yeah, like bears. Oh man, they do so much fasting. They hibernate, but they eat like crazy when they do. Cactus troll on timeout. Used to be vegan, so no, it's not healthy. Cactus is putting vegan men and women on public display. Yeah, without a doubt. These outbursts that they have, they're like mentally unstable children, to be honest. That's what I used to feel like as well. My girlfriend can vouch for that. Wait, you just said and the way it vibrated my speaker was very interesting. Have you experimented with sound and vibration? I have a video of cricket that chirps when I hum. I've been aware of vibration, and everything emits a vibration for years and years and years, way before I got in the health stuff. I'm very conscious around the music I play because it can shift our state. If you don't know about Dr. Emoto, look into him, and he shows how water gets affected by specific words and sounds and music and so on. So I'm very conscious around this. This is why I don't surround myself with wrong people. They emit a vibration that is not in alignment for me. It doesn't make me feel good. I don't listen to depressing music unless I feel that I want to, but that's very, very rare. Yeah, every food has a vibration, every thought, every sound, everything has a vibration. Yeah, so you need to be very conscious around that. Anyone needs to. And like mantras and that, yeah, they definitely work for a lot of people. Om has a specific vibrational frequency, has a specific effect on us, as Dr. Emoto has shown through his scientific research. He's not a scammer. Long-term vegans like myself have similar stories as him, says Jokal. You'll find out sooner or later veganism is not a long-term sustainable diet for humans. Yeah, I agree. Without a doubt. As so many people have found, It's not just me. There's hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands and thousands of people that are not been throwing a vegan diet for so long. They switch to a ketogenic diet or a paleo diet or a carnivore-based diet or some sort of meat-based diet. There's a healthy meat-based diet. And guess what? All of their issues start to go away very quickly. But guess what? The vegans say, oh, you can't get benefits that quickly. How do you know? You haven't tried it. You can't say that. You think that we're all just lying and making up the same thing that is making us feel amazing and resolving our health issues? No, not whatsoever. It seems like I'm angry or not, but it's like stupidity at its best. These people are very delusional. And even if you tell them, oh, I'm feeling amazing from these high quality meats after being on a vegan diet not thriving, they say, well, it's a placebo, or it's all in your head, or it stopped a detoxification process, or it's stimulating it, or some other garbage. It's like, listen to what you're saying. Jesus. And that's the thing to find in the vegan movement. There's so many people that say they're very conscious beings, yet they live an unconscious life in many other ways. And then they're eating a diet where they think it's the best diet that isn't harming animals when it is. And it's like delusion at its best. Delusion 101. Go on a vegan diet, believe all the dogma, be indoctrinated by them, become idealistic, become evangelistic, dislike everyone that's not on a vegan diet, hate on them, be angry towards them. Yes, some people can be vegan. It's like, there's a man that did an experiment of eating just Twinkies for quite a while, and he lost his excess body fat. Does it mean it's good for you? No. And he felt pretty damn good as well at the same time. Why so prickly, Cactus? He's got some pent up anger that he likes to project onto people because he's not feeling good inside. Knowledge Seeker. Man, I love Knowledge Seeker. This person's amazing. Keeps leaving amazing comments on my videos at the moment. Thank you so much. You're one of my favourite viewers at the moment, without a doubt. Thank you for being on my channel. Really appreciate you. He said, we love your channel. So many vegans are ill, it baffles me. Yeah, beyond belief. And even the ones that are ill, they still say that the vegan diet's the best diet. It's not working for them. It's like, let's think of an analogy. So you go to someone, you listen to someone that preaches yoga, yet you can see that the yoga practice, they really don't know what they're talking about. They're doing all things wrong. They're not doing it in the right way. And they've maybe injured themselves and they're not thriving from doing it. It's affecting them in a negative way. And they say, oh, yoga's the best thing. You should follow the yoga I'm doing. Well, not necessarily. Why would you go to get advice from someone that really isn't getting the results that you want? It doesn't make any sense at all. You're going to go to a fat man down the road to get fit and healthy and ripped and muscular? Or are you going to go to the man at the gym that is all those things? If you want to feel sick, miserable, unhappy, unhealthy, go listen to Vegan Gains. Go listen to Goji Man. Go listen to all these vegan clowns that don't know what they're talking about. But yeah, they know everything, surely. Because their pursuit of science proves that, surely. No. Veganism is a multi-billion-dollar industry, but only meat companies pay for propaganda. Veganism is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and to be honest, they are paying for propaganda as well. Just like the Game Changers film. Oh my god, so much propaganda in that. Let's make the director Jackie Chan and Arnold Schwarzenegger and make it into a movie and put some famous actors in it and some like high-level Olympic athletes and so forth and NFL players. It's like, oh my god. Watch it for entertainment. Don't listen to it for health advice. Well, the trials are one trial. There's more money in promoting veganism. Yeah, the plant-based vegan dietary movement and industry is one of the biggest, fastest growing food industries in the world. There's so much money to be made. Impossible Burger is funded, well, one of the people that funded it is Bill Gates. And guess what? His biggest investments are in pharmaceutical companies. Tyson Foods invested in one of these meatless burgers. It's the biggest meat company in the world. They don't care about your health. They care about their wealth. There's a lot of money to be made from these plant-based burgers and plant-based alternatives. They're not good for you. Just look at the ingredients. Oh my god, they're a monstrosity of foods. Well, there is money in promoting meat for sure, but it's also like if you're a big company and you offer food, you're always going to be looking for something that is going to make a lot of money. So a lot of companies jumped on the gluten-free bandwagon before. Now it's the plant-based thing. They're business people. They're always looking for ways to make more money. It's really that simple. It's a very clever thing to do when you're trying to maximise your revenue from a company and the things you're trying to promote. I'm going to go up because... What videos would you like to see from me in the near future? That's what I want to know. Come on, leave it down below. Oh, we got the trials. She just deleted all his comments, but I just approved one. Leave that one up that I've approved, because the people can laugh at this person. Just put him in timeout though. Wow, there's a lot of trolls right now. Welcome, trolls. Stay along and listen to me. Man, if I was hungry now, I'd eat meat to entice you, maybe. Sure, it would start making your mouth water. Isn't it funny how vegans, the majority of them, still like the smell of cooking meat? Guess what? It's because your body wants it, it needs it. But your dogma is stopping you from eating it. Oh, I always loved the smell of meat, especially barbecue meat when I was vegan. It's like, oh. Game Changers was pathetic, yeah. Just a Hollywood movie. Trying to trick you with their pseudoscience and their vegan agenda. Junk food is way better than whole food plant-based. At least you get fat and calories. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Well, I found on my vegan journey, when I'd eat like whole food plant-based vegan for like 6 months or longer, I start to not feel that good. Once I started adding in some junk food that was giving me more calories and certain fats that I was lacking for so long, I started feeling way better. Obviously, it's not sustainable because it's still not good for you. And that's inevitably why I didn't thrive in it long term. Vegans, please stop eating artificial slop and supplements. More animals for me. Yeah. Oh, man. I used to be the biggest supplementarian in the world. It costed so much money, and guess what? It helped me at certain times, but I was trying to make up for a poor diet. The supplement's like a band-aid. Yeah. 6 years on a diet and still not healthy. Oh, she retracted that message. I read it in time though before she retracted it. I think she made a mistake. That's why she retracted it. Bears are awesome. Eat like a pig and fast and cold temperature to provide lightness. Yeah, for sure. The best way to stay vegan is to do it the junk food way at least and get your calories and fat and less bloating. Yeah. Yeah, true though. Fats from vegetables, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. It could work in a way where it's giving you more calories, but to be honest, it's giving you a lot of crap that you don't want. So it's not a sustainable thing. It's not a healthy thing, to be honest. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it and I wouldn't do it. 911, call the cops on this line. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, sorry, I mean growing food with rock dust instead of NPK. Yeah, for sure. That's what I recommend to people. That's what John Carla recommends. Rock dust is the best thing to make the soil as nutrient dense as possible. But if the microbiome is being messed with at the same time, you're not resolving that issue as well, and you're still spraying pesticides, then rock dust will help with the mineral nutrient density. But yeah, you've got to basically do biodynamic farming, the best farming possible. That includes, guess what vegans have to supplement? Only B12. Guess what is supplementing the animal foods? B12. Well, actually, the animal foods that I'm getting that are grass-fed and pasture raised, they don't actually use B12 with them. So, Derek, you're selling a lie. That's not true. These are the sources of animal foods I'm getting. It debunks that one. And guess what? Vegans become deficient in so many nutrients beyond belief. Zinc is a really, really big issue on a vegan diet. But they say we'll eat pumpkin seeds. It's the highest source of zinc. Well, guess what? The phytates binds the zinc. You don't absorb it when you eat it, and it goes through your body. It just gets flushed down the toilet, just like many other nutrients, because the phytates will bind to the minerals. Because in the near future, what kind of water should we drink? That's funny, because I was going to talk about what water I drink, which is distilled water, and why I drink distilled water. So, yeah, definitely make that one. What's the ideal macronutrient ratio? I don't know if I make a video on that one, because it depends for each person. So if you want to lose weight, do like 80% total fat from your calories a day. Around 15% protein and 5% carbs. You can walk on your hands for sure if you want to. Would you like to see a what I eat in a day video? I haven't done one of those yet. Yeah, yep, 6 years on a diet and still not healthy doesn't demonstrate a good diet. Yeah, exactly that. Shows it's not a good diet. Has that cactus versus cactus been put on timeout? Can I walk on my hands, but you can stand on your head to give some upside down knowledge? No, I can't walk on my hands as of yet. I'm practicing handstands. My girlfriend can for sure do that. She's like a handstand pro. She can do scorpion fully and like full lotus pose while in a handstand. She is like next level with that stuff. Yeah. Cactus is not a troll, he is spreading truth. Put that user in timeout. Maybe they learn. I'd like to see what I do in a day, what I eat in a day video, what I eat. I'm writing this down. One of my videos is going to be also why I don't eat factory farm meat ever, at least at this point. Cats, there's a lot to learn about trolling. Low level troll. A low level troll. That's brilliant. Oh, that's really funny. I just love it when vegan morons call carnivores soy boys. They're so malnourished they can't even come up with an insult that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. All of the carnivores I see online, they all seem to look very healthy, have optimal body fat percentage and muscle mass. Their brain seems to be functioning so well. It's like the proof is in the pudding. They've got the majority of the vegans online. They look like garbage. Hey there, Nick James. Thanks for joining us. I did time out the trolls, yeah. Soy is the worst. Oh, soy. That's not a food for humans. It's like one of the highest phytate foods out there in the world. There's only things in there that's not good for us. You just be throwing that stuff away. You shouldn't be eating that. Go and grow soy and see if you feel drawn to eat it once it grows. Not at all. But they will put soy in everything. Guess why? Because it's really low cost. So these plant-based companies or companies that sell plant-based foods use it a lot. It's a filler. It's not a health food. If you want to fill yourself up on something that's going to affect your mineral absorption of all other foods, go for it. Want to mess up your digestion? Go for it. They say, well, it's really high in protein, so it's good for you. Oh my God, just eat a steak. I am enjoying a grass-fed beef patty with bacon. It's so amazing. Oh, nice. That sounds really good. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I reckon the trolls are your former viewers. Yeah, without a doubt. Flat Earth needs banning. No, actually, just wait. Let me see. Don't ban him. Actually, wait. Okay, so I basically hid all of Flat Earth's messages, any that he leaves. So you can still view, but he won't leave any comments again. Yoga with Rachel is the GF. Yes, she is. She's in the other room moderating for me and watching at the same time. What if 80% fat doesn't agree with you of a macronutrient ratio? Well, why is it not agreeing with someone? They're eating fats that just doesn't agree with them. Yeah, it just depends. Like if I was working with someone, they said 8% fat's not working for me, I'd ask a series of different questions to find out why. So a lot of time people are not get on with it for a variety of different reasons. So it's finding out what the reason is. It necessarily isn't an issue with the diet. Sometimes it can be an issue with having an imbalance with electrolytes. I struggle to getting 75% fat as a macro on a keto diet. I find it so easy to get high fat on a ketogenic diet, especially an animal-based one. I did it so easy on a vegan diet as well. Like easy. You just got to be selective around the food you're eating. If you eat animal-based foods, add loads of beef tallow. That's an easy way to crank up your fat percentage. Or add some like grass-fed cultured ghee. It's another way to bump it up. Eat the highest fat meats. I pretty much only eat the highest fat meats possible. Like, so the mince that I buy that's beef pasture raised, I buy the highest fat one. The steaks, I buy the highest fat steaks, and so on. Whereas in doing more protein is an overall, it doesn't have to be 80%, but I was saying people if they want optimized weight loss, then it's definitely really good. But yeah, a lot of people do better on low fat on carnivore. Some people do better on more protein. Yeah. Alex Quinn, Dan, do you think veganism connected with our agendas that want to weaken mankind? Conspiracy theory, I know, but if you follow the money trails, things get weird. Well, with the majority of the plant-based foods being sold out there, it makes people sick. Then guess what? They buy medication, they have to go to hospital more. Those industries make a lot more money. It also affects people's consciousness in a negative way. It affects their whole human experience. It stops them from reaching their full potential and the best version of themselves as well. So yeah, there is a bigger agenda going on than a lot of people realise. At least what I believe from my own personal experience. Just practice handstands up against the wall. Yeah, I've done that a lot. I have the strength for handstands. That isn't an issue. It's just the only thing I normally have an issue with is mastering the balancing with my hands, my fingers. Yeah, I pretty much do like, well, in my yoga that I do almost every day for an hour, I do shoulder stands in that, which is really good. Going upside down is actually very good for us health-wise. I used to use gravity boots, which were the Tita hang-ups, but they broke. And because I'm in Thailand, they said, oh, we need to send them all the way back for us to repair them, which would have cost me so much money to send them there and then send them back. So I decided just to throw them away. But I would like another pair of those. I'm actually going to write it down because I'd actually like them again. Tita hang-ups. Hanging upside down, yeah, so amazing. Yes, please do more what to eat in a day videos, okay? Dr. Raphael, keto is not high fat. This is a misconception. 75% is a limit. 75% fat is a limit on keto. No, it's not. It's not true. I studied the ketogenic diet for ages, and it is a goal to try and stay in ketosis. Even Michaela Peterson talks about this on the carnivore diet. She stays around 80% fat content from her calories a day to stay in ketosis. So if your goal is to stay in ketosis, then you need to eat around that amount of fat a day. You eat too much protein, it will break you out of ketosis. Twin, you're a libertarian. What got you into Bitcoin? I got into Bitcoin in like 2012, and I got into reasons for specific reasons I can't go into. But I'm still into it now, and I have a lot of investments in Bitcoin. I just sit on the money, let it earn me a lot of money over a long period of time. I've made a lot of money from Bitcoin in the past, like a lot of money. Never lost any money, always been up. Cryptocurrency is one of the best things out there. It's so much better than the current money system we have, in my personal opinion. I'm a huge believer in many different cryptocurrencies. I think it's an amazing thing that's been created in the world. It's something that we needed in our human experience. If I did 8% fat, I feel sick. Macros should be all very present. I have no idea why we eliminate some of them. Well, most people that get on a ketogenic diet do it for weight loss reasons. There's a lot of people doing it not for that as well, but yeah. Do I eat any vegetables? No. Not all. I'm eating no fruit either. Mostly meat and fish, beef tallow, raw cheese. I'll be having dairy, well, milk. I'm going to be buying some grass-fed, pasture-raised organic milk soon, which will help me bulk up. Yeah, and like a lot of people get into this debate over diet. This is the best, and that, and that, and that. I'm not going to say like this one diet is the best for everyone, or this diet or that diet. Some people do go on a ketogenic diet. Some people on a carnivore diet. Some people high fat. Some people low carb, like low protein. It's like, just find what resonates for you. Try out things. If it works for you and you did it right, so it does actually make you feel the best, then continue doing it. If it stops working for you, stop doing it. It's simple as that. Listen to your body. Just because someone says it's the best diet, a specific diet, doesn't mean it's the best for you. We're all different. We have different genetic markers and many other factors to take into consideration. When someone said a diet is the best diet, they're saying it based on their personal opinion. It's not based on your experience. So yeah, just don't become dogmatic, anyone, with your diet. Keep your mind open. Yeah. And you could argue with people all day long over what the best diet is. It's just a waste of energy and time. Dr. Raphael's been listening to Thomas DeLauer. I like him. He's really amazing. And he's definitely thriving. I'm going to end the stream very soon. Dan, can you get raw milk cream? I've been making my own grass-fed butter. Really good. Just had to blend it out. I'm going to be making my own butter very soon as well. I'm going to make my own cream as well. Yeah, very true, Derek. It's what I said a minute ago. If you try and stay in ketosis, too much protein will kick you out of ketosis. Hey, nice one, Dre. Raphael started trading crypto. Just looking through the comments. Ribeye is pretty high in fat. Yeah, that's the only steak that I eat is ribeye. It's very high in fat. How many accounts does this trial have? So many. So yeah, if anyone only did ask questions, you could do a super chat and I'll answer them before I end. There's so many that I could go through, but I want to get off now. I've been sitting for a while. Yeah. Yeah, see, Yoga Rachel knows what she's talking about. She knows about me fully. She, yeah, knows what I need to do to master the handstand. Keep your mind open, beautiful. That's what led me to your channel long ago, and I see you doing carnivore like me.